why don't adults be more transparent, but want us to be more transparent?
That's what?
That's the only way the relationship is going to work if you guys are transparent.
Both parties are transparent. We both talk to each other about things, and I don't like that's going to be something to work. It can't be a one-sided game, just like with a relationship. You can't have a one-sided situation and expect something from one person. If we did the same mistake y'all did and y'all told us about it, why are you judging us for what you did?
Why didn't you try your best to stay away from that situation? Because obviously I told you about it, I was trying to save you anyway.
It's like we come upon different things. Everything, something's going to happen where you all experience that as well. You all might have said something, but we're all going to go through our own situations. So why do we get judged based off of something we did in the past? That's the only way we're judging you all.
Teenagers don't really tell the whole truth.
Let's talk about it because
So let's be respectful. Hear him out, and then we'll come to you back.
yeah. So
Okay,
like you just said, Samaje, what you just said? You just said. Yeah. So exactly what you just said. Exactly what we're fearing the same thing. So you just gave the answer, the reason why it's like it's happening. So
I think the part that I hear at the end of it is fear. Mm-hmm. It's fear. Yeah. It's fear of if I'm totally honest, how are you going to react? And fear of if I say everything, are they judging me? So I think at the heart of it is fear on both sides. Yeah. So I think as we talk about kind of like equals on both sides, I will say there are times where I wish I would have taken better accountability for things that I did. I'm okay with saying I'm wrong. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It takes a while to get there, but I do say it, but I also, you know me? You know I will say that, you know, but it might take a little bit of a journey to get there, but I think also the piece I heard that I want to just acknowledge is this idea of being vulnerable with someone and being real and really wanting to know and then not feeling that that was heard and reciprocated. And I think for those moments that happens, I think it's important to acknowledge that you're wrong. You were wrong in that moment. And I think it's important to kind of just acknowledge, if somebody tells me you're hurt, I'm not going to tell you you're not hurt. I need to hear that you were hurt, and maybe something I did cause that hurt or contributed to you being hurt, and for that reason, I want to apologize. And how do I fix it, or how do I acknowledge my part in it, my role in it, but knowing that just acknowledging that hurt is an important fundamental part of it to be able to build from there.
We need more parents like
What I was going to say, but no, it's good. Taking accountability, right? Yeah, I think all of the answers sound pretty good. I do. And I understand what you said about avoiding. And I think subconsciously we do that. We kind of avoid, because sometimes we revert back to that child and we are unable to express ourselves because you asked me a question and I reverted back to a 15-year-old. So now I'm a 15-year-old trying to answer a question and I don't know how. I don't know how to take accountability, right? And then some things I believe in just planting the seed. You ask me a question, if you're ready for the answer, I guess you got me there too, because I feel like you're ready for the answer, and I feel like you're mature enough. I'm not saying I won't, but when I feel like you're mature enough for it, I'll answer you, and I'm going to give you the answer. I'm going to plant that seed. I'm going to tell you the consequences that I had and what happened to me. Now, the thing is, if I planted that seed and you still go out and do it, like he said, Samaje, you still go out and do it, yes, you do have to experience, but do know that I planted that seed and that there's consequences for everything that we do, whether they're good or bad. But planting the seed, I believe in that.
So one more thing I'm hearing. If adults are transparent with you guys, are you ready to handle the truth? That's what I'm hearing a little bit. Do you think that young people are you ready to handle? We want to say. Let's go around. Okay.
I think that as y'all be honest with us, like it don't matter if it hurts your feelings. Like you can tell me like, dang, you're not my daughter. At least you honest. Like I'm gonna accept it because at the end of the day you being honest and that's might lead me into my future life if I have kids. being honest with me right now, so I can be like, oh, my mama was honest with me, so I ain't got a lot of my kids. But it's a certain age you use it. Like, if you like, man, you can start being honest and man it up. But if they blow and they don't understand it, then you just gotta keep laughing for a little bit.
I started being honest with me at a very young age, and that kind of resorted to our relationship going downhill. With her being too honest with me, like, she will even tell me, sometimes I wish I never told you this, because now you'll hold me to this certain standard. And there's certain things that you should tell your kids. I see why parents don't always tell their kids the whole truth. But my thing with accountability was, for me, I would tell my mom everything. She'll tell me everything back. But it's always just that one thing, like, why aren't you admitting that you're wrong in this certain aspect? So for me, I feel like honesty is big, but at the same time, like she said with the age, it's also about if you can handle it.
Anybody else want to expound on that?